Hey everybody, my name is John Merrill.
I'm Kevin Hines.
We're the Chainsmokers.
This is Randy from Straight No Chaser.
And October is Mental Health Awareness Month.
We want everybody to pass the love.
Pass the love.
Pass the love.
By either telling your story or sharing words of support.
So others know they're not alone in this and that it's okay to talk about it.
Because you never know who it is that you might help.
And it's really important that you support each other and listen to each other and be there for one another. So if you want to share your story, make sure you tag it with the hashtag Pass the Love.
Pass the love.
Hashtag Pass the Love.
And as you heard, October is Mental Health Awareness Month, something that we really need to talk about. And being that it is October 1st, let's start talking about it now.
Let's do it. Let's pass the love this morning. Julie Wells. I practiced and I still screwed it up. Jennifer Yulee Wells. Executive Director of Please Pass the Love. Remind us about this amazing organization.
Yeah, so Please Pass the Love is only 5 years old. We were kind of born out of a need. I was a teacher for a long time and working with kids that had intensive needs beyond what schools were equipped to help with, and started to advocate and met other people that were just as passionate, and boom, we were born.
How did Please Pass the Love, how did that title come about?
That's such a cool name, isn't it? Young people came up with it. So we're really big into making sure that young people have some ownership in everything that we do. And so when we were first kind of developing and putting ourselves together, we asked some young people, what should we call ourselves? And that was the name they came up with.
Now, something you said that strikes a chord is this came out of a need.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that need that we have here in our state.
Yeah, so Iowa's an epidemic. We have suicide's the second leading cause of death in Iowa for young people. We know in 2018, 21% of all of our young people that took the Iowa Youth Survey indicated they had seriously contemplated suicide in the last year.
21%, that's 1 in 5.
Yeah, I mean,
More than that.
When you think about how many kids are at some of the high schools in town or some of the junior highs, that's a lot of kids. And when we can't pinpoint who are those kids that are having those thoughts, then it's a recipe brewing of disaster waiting to happen.
It's a scary thought when you're saying suicide is the second leading cause of young Iowans.
Yeah.
Because I know this is still a very young organization, even though you're doing some incredible work. Have we been able to pinpoint why is that? Why are we seeing that be such a high level, especially here in the state of Iowa?
Yeah, so nationally the suicide rate is, well, potentially on the increase. It depends on what data you're looking at, but Iowa's already above that and headed at a higher trajectory. One of the reasons we know is 2019 is the first year that we've had a youth mental health or children's mental health system. So we've gone for countless years without a system to be able to really systemically help our young people. So that's one of the reasons we think social media plays a part of it. There's a lot of different environmental factors.
And why do you think that is the case? You think the stigma is still there of talking about this?
Absolutely, and that's why we're doing what we're doing for October Mental Health Awareness Month. The stigma of mental health is so oppressive that it keeps young people from getting the help that they need. It's different than like diabetes or asthma. If I go and get a diagnosis of asthma, I don't mind telling my friends that I have to have an inhaler, but for mental health, it's a little different because we start to attach words like crazy or psycho, and so people are afraid that if they go get help, then that means that they're that.
So what can we do as community members, as individuals, now that we've hit October 1 and we want to really dedicate this month to getting this out there, these stories, as you heard with that video when we first led into this segment with Please Pass the Love, hashtag that, tell those stories. What else can we do?
Yeah, so the big thing is to start having the conversations, because we really need to start normalizing mental health. So telling our own story, and that's what the hashtag Pass the Love is that we all have a story. And so when we start to share it, then we start to realize that those around us are just as normal as we are, that some people just statistically struggle. We struggle with mental health.
Is it maybe the youth don't know how to recognize that and deal with it? Because it is true, we all deal with some kind of stressors in our lives and have different ways of dealing with that. Is that maybe they just don't have an outlet anymore to deal with that because we're so in our devices as opposed to talking to one another?
Right. So we see social skills being reduced to the inability to be able to have those tough conversations with other people, a lack of coping skills, and stress is on the rise for young people. So I remember years ago, many years ago, when I was in college, you know, it was expensive, but it's not as expensive as it is now.
True.
The money is less, so people are fighting harder and harder and joining more groups and doing things, which is good to want to participate, but sometimes we overdo it and push kids towards the brink of frustration.
Now, do you think devices, like electronic devices, are helping or hindering?
Oh, that's a good question. They're both. There's more, they're helping in the sense that kids have access to resources that can help them, and being able to vent to other people is important. But there's a lot of research coming out now that they're hindering, and that kids, for instance, a study just came out a couple weeks ago that kids that are on social media more than 3 hours a day are increased likelihood for internalizing behavior, so like depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, self-injury.
So besides talking about it and asking people to share their story and hashtag Pass the Love, what are some other ways that we can bring awareness to this this specific month?
Yeah, so October is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Please Pass the Love has launched a huge campaign called hashtag Pass the Love, so people can get involved on social media. October 14th, we have a youth conference at Franklin Junior High. Royce White, former NBA player, is going to be our keynote, and he'll be talking about his experiences with anxiety and his own mental illnesses.
Now, it does help when people of his prominence step up and say, hey, this happened to me, this is what I did.
Absolutely, absolutely, especially males, right? Because when we tell
guys, you can't do that. That's the premise, yeah.
Yeah, the stigma is even worse for especially boys, and so for them to be able to ask for help, sometimes they feel like they've absolutely failed, and we know that that's not true, and so we need to be moving the conversation along. Yeah.
Okay, so that's coming October 14th. You can register today. Very reasonable price for students, because we want everyone to be there to get that message.
Yeah.
As you notice with your logo, a lot of green going on there, so we're asking people to wear some green coming up October 10th, correct?
October 10th, yeah. And for our youth conference, it's actually free now for young people.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, we made it totally free for young people because we want it to be accessible. But yep, October 10th is Green Out Day, so we have people across the state that will be wearing green. Some will be doing activities in their businesses or their corporations, self-care, all sorts of stuff to really start to raise the conversation.
All right, so the wearing of the green in October.
Yeah, that's right.
Throw that in when you can, but especially October 10th. Make sure you're wearing that with pride. We need to mark that on our calendar as well. We have the summit coming up, but also something special called Cards for Kids. What's that all about?
Yeah, so we started that last year thinking this will be a little thing nobody's going to really, for a first year, get behind it. We know that kids going into behavioral health units at pediatric behavioral health units, especially in the metro, when kids are admitted, they don't get to have family sitting with them all day. They don't get to have gifts and presents. It's very different because of the intense need that they need to be getting in their treatment.
Right.
And so we decided that every kid that goes through a unit should be able to get a card of encouragement and get well card, because some of our kids also are part of the foster care system and they don't have family that is reaching out to them. So it can feel very lonely and isolating. So we hoped last year to get about 1,500, which would cover Mercy and Lutheran for a year, and we ended up getting over 6,000 cards.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so this year we're reaching out across the entire state to make sure that every kid in Iowa that goes into a pediatric behavioral health unit gets a card. So we're going to be asking everybody to really rally behind this so that we can make sure every kiddo gets something.
Do we know how many cards we need?
We don't. We don't know that so far, but we want to at least break our record of last year.
So how can we do that? How can we be a part of Cards for Kids?
Super easy. So any place of employment, corporations, businesses, schools, churches, faith institutions, just set up an activity. So use October to really push that conversation, and with it have an event where people are sitting around making cards together. And then we can, on our website, we have more information about how to get cards to us.
Oh, I love that.
It's as simple as that. Markers, papers, call it good.
And you have a layout for what needs to be said on the card? And
you can
like
say
that.
anything
you want.
Anything you want. Just don't give us an envelope with the card, because we screen them, and then the units will also screen them to make sure it's appropriate for the kids.
Got it.
All right. If you want to learn more, if you want to learn how to make a difference in the month of October, and obviously let's make this go well beyond that, please passthelove.org. Let's make a movement with hashtag #PassTheLove. Thank you.
Thanks for
so
having
much
me.
for joining us.
Really
You're doing
appreciate
incredible work.
Thanks.
All right.